Happy Friday afternoon, everyone. Say hi as you're jumping on. I'm enjoying the sunset here at Adam's place. I'm not sure if you can see. It's absolutely spectacular. So I'm just chilling, and I have been meaning to post today, and the day's just gotten away from me. But there is something that I wanted to post about, and it's probably the biggest thing that defines who you attract and therefore who you date. And that is ownership. And this ownership really comes about from a place of um, stopping blaming what you have experienced, and instead of blaming other people, now you look for what your responsibility was there. Now this is super hard. This is not a comfortable topic for anyone, but it is exactly where empowerment comes in, and it absolutely determines who you attract and who you date. Now, it's so simple to turn around and go, oh my goodness, that person was a narcissist, that person treated me like that, they shouldn't have done this, they shouldn't have done that. And you're right, there are behaviors that aren't excusable. However, there was an element of choice that you put into it. Try and be 100% responsible for what you experience, and you will start to see things change. I cannot stress this enough. It's like, it's such an uncomfortable journey, but I found after my almost 12-year marriage, doing this was really hard, and I put it off doing it for a long time. But then I realized I hated feeling like a victim. I hated feeling like all this stuff had happened to me, and I was terrified of it ever happening again. And then I was lucky enough to go through a lot of different coaching programs, and I did a lot of healing, and a lot of that came back to taking ownership of it and seeing where I was responsible for that relationship breakdown, where I was responsible for, placing a need for validation and love. And at the end of the day, like, I was very codependent. That's the truth of it. And basically we attract what our vibration is. So if you're upset about what it is that you're attracting, that is the easiest mirror to where your vibration is. And if you want to change that, then you need to go through a series of practices and healings and coaching and that sort of thing. And you can do it on your own. It just takes a lot longer because it's harder to see your own bullshit. It's kind of like traveling on a train and you're in this beautiful valley and all you can see is the outlook from the train. But having a coach and having someone who's a mentor is almost like them standing up on the top peak and being able to like pull you out of this train and have a look from the top peak. You get such a different perspective, and it just accelerates everything. And that's something that I really found back, those years ago when I was going through that. The more I could own, the more I could see my part in it, where I took responsibility, the more I was able to change. And it was hard and uncomfortable. And there were some things that I really, there's almost like a self-pity or a glorification in being the victim. But the victim will only attract more of the same. That's what happens. Your vibration has to be satisfied. And if your vibration is victim, that's what's going to be satisfied. The only way that you can be assured of change, assured of different experiences, is if you take ownership over the ones that you've already had. Oh my goodness, this is how I've been showing up. Is this what I want? No. If that behavior leads to this, then I'm going to change that behavior, or I'm going to change that element of whatever, I hope that you're understanding it. So this idea of 100% ownership, 100% responsibility, and, I've had people say, well, what about domestic violence? Well, at the end of the day, and I know it's harsh, you get to choose to stay. You get to choose to stay no matter how bad they're acting, no matter how uncomfortable some of the things are, and all of the excuses of, yeah, but it's like this and he's not always like that, it's still a choice. And you're going to keep choosing it until you start to choose something else. And you can keep your excuses, you can keep that blame, but it's going to bring you more of the same. I hope this helps. I hope you all have an incredible weekend. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for a lot of the shit that I've been through. I can't say all of it. I'm still work in progress, but I'm so grateful because it's led me to exactly who I am and where I am. And that's a pretty incredible thing. And sending you so much love. Bye.